We family. First, forever.
I want to be Bumpy Johnson, you know, Frank Lucas, Nicky Barnes. And being with Noma gives me that.
How'd they end up?
I'm about to be running the entire operation, both sides.
But
But it's still Noma's business.
Lorenzo, do you take Noma to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Noma, do you take Lorenzo to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do. I need you to choose. Are you with me? Or are you with Monet? I need an answer. Now. You'll never be your own man until Monet's gone.
Gone?
Wait. It's okay, what? Wait.
Kill me, your life is over.
Monet is dead because of you!
Noma's coming for us, you know that, right?
Every time y'all do some shit and leave me out, it gets fucked up.
Carter has something on you, then you need to get something on him.
Avis, we're fucked.
We decide what happens next.
Get the fuck away from me!
What was you thinking, D?
How you gonna get out of this one, brother?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Power, and I'm back with another video. As you guys can see, I've been a lot more consistent, posting on the whole YouTube thing and just trying to really take over on YouTube, right? Kind of got TikTok on lock right now, but YouTube is where I'm trying to be more consistent on, make these long form content videos at least once a day, right? So I want you guys to make sure you guys check out my last video where I talked about Tariq St. fucking Patrick and what's possible for his future, maybe an appearance in Chicago with Tommy, a new show. Who knows? We're gonna see. Make sure you guys check that video out. So let's talk about Kane Tejada, right? We know Kane Tejada had a plan, right? Kane had a plan where essentially he wanted to marry Noma because he's seen it as a way to get to the top of the game, right? Learn her business, understand her enterprise, right? Become the next Bumpy Johnson, Frank Lucas, guys that he kind of mentioned in, the clip that I showed earlier, right? This is what Kane wanted, right? And a lot of people will have a problem and they're saying that pretty much, it was Kane's fault because, he wanted to marry Noma and how they should have told him about the plan and this and that. But I see both sides, right? I understand not wanting to tell Kane about the plan because at the end of the day, it's the streets. Whether you say it's family first or not, they didn't know if they could trust Kane. They didn't know what side he was on. It wasn't until really the end where we was like, okay, well, we see why he has this relationship with Monet, why he loves her so much, why he's rocking with her. But up until that point, we didn't really know. But I also understand the other side of it, of people saying, well, Kane should have known, right? Or they should have let him know. He could have helped with the plan. And, they would have figured out faster whose side he's really on. Obviously, as we see here, right, we know that Kane ended up marrying Noma, right? And in the process of this wedding, and everything going on, she kind of asked Kane, like, whose side are you on, right? She pit Kane finally in that position. Like, whose side are you on? Who are you picking? And Kane was like, yo, straight up, I'm rocking with my mom. My mom had my back. There's no way I'm turning my back on my mother, right? And Noma saw that as, all the answers she needed. And she, she acted like she was going to kill Kane, but let's be real. The main reason that she threatened to kill Kane was because she knew that that would bring Monet out of hiding. With the whole marriage thing and everything, like, I'm not sure how the paperwork works and everything, or, how it is in the show, but there's no way that she could kill Kane that fast, right? She still needed him to get the citizenship and, for things to settle down and die down first before she just decides to try and kill him. But obviously, considering the circumstances and, the emotions that Monet was going through after just hearing what her son had said about her, she was like, yo, my kid is in danger. I need to jump in and help him, right? And we know how that ended. We know last episode, Monet Tejada was taken off the fucking board. A lot of people on social media were reacting to this, and a lot of people seem sad. I've never seen so many Monet fans in my life, right? Everyone's a Monet fan now. So, this has really set up a new plot line for Kane because, like, this is a new beginning for him, right? Assuming that he survives because, everyone thinks that he's going to die now because he gets shot in the trailer. Don't be fooled by these trailers. They try to confuse you. They would not show you Kane getting shot just for his character to die. That would be a complete and utter spoiler on Stars' part, right? Well, we know that Kane is going to be on a road of vengeance now, right? Kane's going to want vengeance. He's going to want blood. He's going to want Noma's head. And we know how Kane thinks, right? We know he's a hothead, and we know, like, he had the strongest bond with Monet out of all the kids, right? Even after Lorenzo's death and him knowing that Monet had set it up, he let that shit slide because he really loved his mother. And obviously based off what we saw last episode, we know the relationship between Noma and Kane is shattered, right? I mean, this marriage is done with. I mean, I don't even see what the point of this marriage was, just for things to end up like this, right? But we know Kane's going to be on a vengeance path. I think he's really going to need his family. The family is going to have to come together. That's the most important thing, right? We know early on they're going to be fighting, pointing the blame. We hear Kane in the trailer saying, every time y'all do some shit without me, it gets fucked up. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. They definitely could have and should have involved him, or at least tried to and made an attempt. And then if he chose the other side, then he chose the other side. But I understand Kane's frustration. We know the Tejadas are all going to be very emotional, and they're just going to have to put their heads together. They're going to need Tariq as well, and I could see Tariq definitely, coming in on the mission, to kill Noma, considering Noma dying benefits him and pretty much everybody else on the board, as well as getting rid of Don Carter. So I'm interested to see, if Tariq and Kane can put their differences aside and really work together to not only, get rid of Noma, but get rid of Don Carter too. And, avenge Monet, I guess, if you want. I don't know if Tariq is really going to care. And that's another thing. I'm really interested to see how was Tariq going to react to Monet's death. And a lot of people are wondering too, like, what is going to be Kane's new destination now, with, him being on the outs with Noma. What's his future? What's going to be his story, right? Because we know that Kane is all in on the game. And characters who tend to just be all in and locked in on know who they are and know what they want, they usually survive. I mean, when you look at guys like Tommy, the main reason Tommy's alive is because he didn't try to play at both sides like Ghost did, right? He's 100% in the streets. He knows what he wants. This is what he wants to live and die by. Which is why I don't particularly understand this whole Effie and Kane storyline. Like, they're opposite ends of the spectrum, right? Kane wants to be in the game. He wants to be the biggest, the baddest. He wants to be the biggest goddamn drug lord in New York City. And Effie literally wants the opposite. She wants to go off to California and never have to say the word drug again. So, people are saying that there might be a spinoff, with Effie and Kane together. And I'm just like, how? Effie doesn't want to be in this life. Obviously, we don't see her getting out, but they're always going to have conflicting desires, and in life, in relationships, that's usually the biggest indicator on whether or not it's going to work out or not. And we don't even know if Effie's going to make it out, to be honest, right? I think Kane has a better chance of making it out than Effie's character because he's just much more intriguing. Like, I feel like people have kind of lost interest in Effie's character, sort of gave up in her character because the lack of her screen time, the whole relationship with her mom and everything, that there's one more episode left and we just met her mom, just like 2-3 episodes. It doesn't make sense. Kane has to go on his own journey, and I could definitely see Kane, in another spinoff. I could see him in a spinoff with Tariq and Tommy, kind of how I spoke on in my last video of, Tariq's possible reuniting with Tommy. I could see Kane being in that show, being a villain, or being on, even working with Tariq and Tommy if they wanted to. I could see so much with Kane's character. There's so much they could do with him. I think his character has the most potential outside of like Tariq, arguably even more potential. So I'm so excited to see what's next for Kane in this finale. I really do hope he makes it out. And, we're going to discuss things more. And I'm going to be bringing out new characters, different characters, and what I expect their end to be and kind of what I expect for them in the finale. Stay tuned. Stay locked in.